This is 55-year-old Scott. He fell in love with 23-year-old Jessica.
I love you, babe.
Love you too.
With 30 years separating these two in age, there are plenty of people who haven't responded well to their relationship.
I would say generally people are pretty uncomfortable with our relationship, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I would agree with that.
And their age gap wasn't the only concern Scott had on entering into the relationship.
My biggest concern was the fact that she was considerably younger than my daughter.
Not only that, but Jessica is hoping to have children of her own.
I was really worried because I want to have a family and Scott already has 2 kids.
She is completely fertile. I, however,
Do the eggs. Oh.
It's gonna be nasty now.
Oops.
That's
I
the
used
wrong
the wrong
spray.
This is for baking.
So how long have we been a couple? Let's see, we met on August 9th, 2016. That's 4 years now. I met Jessica online when I was 50 going on 51, and you were how old?
19.
Yes.
She messaged me first because her profile would have been invisible to me as she was younger than my minimum age restriction.
I thought he was attractive. I usually like to date older guys because they know what they want.
She just said, hey, what's up? And that was basically it. And I remember clicking on the message and seeing her profile and thinking, wow, she's gorgeous. And then I saw her age, and then I freaked out. Thanks for breakfast, babe. Appreciate that. I'll never forget the first time you told me you loved me. You just blurted it out. You just said, I love you, I really love you. And I remember being a little, whoa, she actually said it.
Being 30 years older than Jessica was a big concern for Scott, least of all because she was a decade younger than his own children.
Initially, I had a lot of reservations about dating a girl this young. My biggest concern was the fact that she was considerably younger than my daughter. My daughter is 32 now, almost 10 years older than you are. And of course, I was concerned about how others would think about us together.
With such a large age gap, many have made the wrong assumptions about their pairing.
Typically, everyone thinks Scott is my dad, and I would say generally people are pretty uncomfortable with our relationship, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I would agree with that. I also understand, honestly, if my daughter came home with somebody 30 years older, I would not be tickled pink, but I would like to think that I would accept it.
Even those closest to Jessica have responded negatively to the relationship.
My friends weren't supportive. I think they had some judgment about it, so I'm just like not invited to things anymore.
However, despite the judgment the pair have received about their relationship, they refuse to let it get in the way of their love for one another.
Scott and I got engaged last year in August 2019.
We had big plans. We were going to go back to Montreal where we got engaged, and of course all those plans were destroyed with COVID.
Yeah, we don't want to wait, we just want to get married.
Mm-hmm.
This is my wedding dress. No one's seen the wedding dress yet but me. This is definitely the dress I want, just smaller. And I'm getting really excited for the wedding. I have to show my parents this dress. Hello. You guys are doing well?
Yes, doing very well. How about you?
I'm doing fine. Do you want to see the dress?
Yeah, I would love to. Oh, we get to see the dress?
Yeah, but it's a little big.
Alright, I'm ready.
Okay, here's the dress. This way, and then I'll flip it around.
Nice. Very pretty.
Yeah, let me do it this way. So my family took the relationship really well. He came to meet my dad, and my dad loved him, surprisingly.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, I was really worried about my dad not liking Scott.
Who is your dad's age?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you're a year older than my dad. So when Scott and I first met, I was really worried that we would not be in the same point in our lives because I want to have a family, and Scott already has 2 kids.
This, the little onesie, this is the first one we got. I gave it to her on our anniversary, and this was kind of my way. It was a complete surprise. This was my way to kind of let her know that I was ready. So we are doing IVF. She is completely fertile. I, however, several years ago got a vasectomy. I assumed that I was done with having kids. Fast forward 5 years, and here we are, and I have since changed my mind.
So we're actually starting the IVF process the end of this month. Scott's already a great dad. I think he's just gonna be better than he was the first time. He's already been through it.
I think Jessica will be a great mom.
I think most people who see us and don't know us assume that she's a gold digger
That you're my sugar daddy.
or I'm a sugar daddy. I mean, we can't spend our lives worrying about what everybody else thinks. I love you, babe.
Love me too.